Are you ready?
No.
We're already recording.
No, start it over.
No way.
What's this sign?
So what are we going to talk about today, Max?
I don't know.
So we're going to kind of plan out what we're going to do, pick out some parts, and then make a pencil drawing.
Hmm?
How's that sound?
Good.
Okay. Okay, so first let's talk about the different parts of the fidget spinner. We've got the most important part is the main bearing that's in the middle here. That's what lets it spin when you hold it in the middle. A bearing is made up of this outer part and this inner part, which are called races, and then inside are actual ball bearings, and those roll around. The thing that kind of makes the fidget spinner keep spinning is you've got some weight that's further out from the center bearing, and so that extra weight helps keep it continue spinning. On the kids' fidget spinners here, I just used some nuts like these as the weights on the outer edge. Some fidget spinners use extra cheaper bearings for the outer section. On this other bigger fidget spinner that I made, I used a couple different things for weights. I used these nuts again, and then on the outer edges I used some smaller bearings, and then inside those smaller bearings I put some screws to add even more weight to it. That helps it spin a really long time. So we're going to make a 2-lobe fidget spinner, which would kind of look like, that would be like half of it there. We need a center bearing for it, which is what it will spin on. And then we need something on the outer edges that can be the counterweights. We've got a bunch of different bearings here. When I first started making these, I was using these cheapo steel bearings. These are actually old bearings that I got out of a skateboard. You can see that they've got metal ball bearings inside, and like this one doesn't spin for very long at all. You can see how it spins and stops. I bought some of these nicer ceramic ball bearings. So these have metal races on the outer and inner edges, and then they have these ceramic ball bearings inside. You can see that these spin for much longer. Just keep going and going. So I think that we'll use these nice ceramic ball bearings for the middle of our 2-lobe fidget spinner. And then I was thinking that for the outer edges, we could use one of these smaller bearings. I'm thinking maybe one of these. Let's see what this looks like. Do something like that. What do you think, Max?
Uh-huh.
So they're good?
Yeah. Because then they're not too small or not too big.
So come here. I need you for a second, Mags. Let's talk about something else. So another consideration is how big is the fidget spinner? So when you hold the fidget spinner, you hold it with your thumb, and then one of your other fingers. You've only got so much distance between your thumb and your hand here. So when this spins around, you don't want it to come and hit you in the hand here. This big one that I made, just barely, I made it just as big as could possibly fit in my hand, just to see how long it would spin with the extra weight further out. But for the kids, their hands are smaller. So let's take a look at Maggie's hand. So put your finger to there, and we'll use this ruler that's got millimeters on it, and we'll measure from the middle of her finger out. So the most you could possibly do, because at 50 millimeters that would hit. 40 millimeters is kind of close. So 30, maybe 35 millimeters from the center out, which would give it an overall length of 60 or 70 millimeters. So let's compare that to this here. 60 millimeters would be kind of close together. If we go 70, well, we got to leave some room for plastic on the outer edge too. Maybe we'll have to go with a smaller bearing, just because those are too big. Let's try with. Let's look at it with these smaller bearings. If we do 35 millimeters from the center.
That's perfect.
I give an overall length of 70, right? 35 times 2?
Is
70? Alright.
Why?
So I think that's what we'll do. So we'll use these. These are 13 by 5 4 millimeter hole in them. And we'll use this nice ceramic bearing for the middle. So let's kind of sketch what we're going to do. So when you 3D print this, we need to leave some. We need to put plastic around the edge of it. That's just a real quick, like, ugly drawing. That'll just give us kind of an idea of what we're going to do. So we said we're going to do from edge to edge here was going to be about 70 millimeters. For the height, we'll say about 35 millimeters. And I think that's enough probably to get us started with CAD drawing. When we do the CAD drawing, we'll decide on a little bit better shape on this. Yeah, right. We'll do a little more design to it, right, Mags?
Yeah.
Do something like that. Something a little more interesting looking than just a oval. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that be boring?
Maybe something like that. And these, let's measure, I think, let's measure it. So this tool is called caliper. This particular one's a digital caliper. So this bearing is 22 millimeters. So we'll need to make a 22 millimeter hole in the middle, right there. And these smaller bearings, 13 millimeter. So we'll put a hole there, a hole there, 13 millimeters, 13 millimeters. Cool. Well, I think that's enough to get us started on a cat drawing. What do you say, Max?
Yep.